Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. If you've been here before, welcome. If this is your first time, my name is Derek, covering everything wholesaling real estate on this channel, specifically virtually wholesaling real estate. That's what I'm doing currently. I live out in California and I am sourcing opportunity out in the Houston, Texas market. So if you're out in Houston, either physically or virtually, feel free to reach out. I'd love to connect, see if we can make something shake on any future opportunity. A couple links in the description. Best way to get a hold of me, either Instagram or the Discord group. Love to have you join us in the Discord group, trying to create a little bit of a community outside of YouTube so that we can stay connected when I'm not live streaming. A couple of links down in the description. Feel free to check them out. Batch leads and batch skip tracing. If you want to support me in the channel there, those are affiliate links. So I will get paid some type of a commission. I don't know if anybody's ever done it yet, but would love if you supported me in the channel in that one. So check those links out. And do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button before you leave if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys for hopping in here. I'm going to do a real quick one. I have a break in the middle of my day here. Trying to probably get gone within the next hour. So I'm just going to do a little bit of lead follow-up, kind of like I did yesterday. Well, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Similar to what I had done yesterday. Just kind of chipping away at my past due tasks that I set for myself. So this is one where I really don't think it will play out. This is one where I probably shouldn't have set a follow-up task for myself in the first place. But she said, I believe she said when I cold called her about 2 months ago, she said, I have considered selling, but not now. And then I tried to further the conversation, but she hung up on me. So I just want to give her a call back, see if she is still considering, or if I may have just heard her wrong in the first place. Don't mind me eating my smoothie too, you know. Kind of a mess on my desk right now.
Please leave your message for 2.
Run it back, double tap.
Please leave your message for 28.
I'll leave a voicemail. I just pulled it up on Batch Leads, trying to skip trace it. It looks vacant.
5. Sorry. Mailbox is full.
Never mind. I'll shoot her a quick text. Hey, Annie, comma, this is Derek, period. I wanted to round back with you regarding your place on Reed Road. Yeah, it looks vacant. It's flagged vacant in Batch Leads. I'm going to say double tap, could not leave voicemail, texted, push this one out a month or so. I want to leave myself a note as well that it looks vacant. Follow up in the beginning of April. Had it not been vacant, I don't know if I would have followed up, to be honest. Because I like I said, I had probably a 3-second conversation with this woman before. And she really didn't give me much information to go off of at all. But it was favorable enough for me to want to set myself a follow-up task. Property flagged as vacant. Batch leads. On to the next. This one's referred to realtor. I have it say connected with Miss Menace. She doesn't own this property here, but she does want to move out of her apartment and buy something in 6 to 9 months. That's right. Let me give her a call and see if that's something she's still considering. So she's a buyer. Maybe I can provide some value to my realtor here. I spoke with a new woman who I think I'm going to start working with moving forward. She works more on like the high end side of things, but she reached out to me after seeing the deal that I'd posted of the hoarder house. So I imagine she's willing to get kind of down and dirty in the weeds with these distressed sellers as well.
Bueno,
Hey, Jose.
¿quién habla?
Hey, this is Derek. Hey, ¿quieres vender tu casa en el calle de Norham Street?
No te debo nada, no se vende.
No, okay. Gracias. So that time I actually connected with Jose, is his name. Did not want to sell his property. And the woman who I connected with was probably on that other number where it got disconnected. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this one here. I just took it as an opportunity to ask him if he wanted to sell his house because I never got a hold of him in the first place. Hopefully that makes sense. His name was Jose. I was calling on one property. When I connected with it sounded like the ex-wife because she said, no, I don't own that property, but I am looking to move in and buy something else. And I believe I called her back on the number where I connected with her originally, and the number was disconnected. So I just tried the second number, and a gentleman answered. So I said, hey, maybe this is Jose, who I was looking to get a hold of the first time. It was. So I took it as an opportunity to ask if he wanted to sell that property that I called on initially. He didn't. So the woman's number is disconnected. He doesn't want to sell. No reason to follow up with either one of them. Humberto, this is another really not quality follow-up, but I'm going to knock it out right now to either disqualify him or determine if it's worth following up with. But he had just given me permission. He said not right now when I initially called him. I asked if it was appropriate if I followed up in a couple months to see if he's given it any more thought, and he said, yeah, that's fine. There you go.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Delete that number. Try this other one. Trying to dial these correctly. I'm moving pretty quickly here. Looks like somebody had just called me back. Uh, so this was somebody who I texted. Oh, I think this guy owns property that he's looking. Yeah. This is somebody who I went to go follow up with, and just the other day, actually, yesterday, and he had let me know that he had some properties that he was interested in possibly selling on the market, and he was gearing up, prepared to do that. Um, and I just had caught him at a bad time, so I texted him telling him to call me whenever he was free, and that's him calling me back right now. Not gonna be the most quality conversation, this guy, but I figured maybe it's a buyer for me. I'll give him a call back.
This is Tom. You've reached my voicemail.
I don't think I've set myself. I'll leave myself a little note on him. Missed Tom's call back. Called back right away, and it went to. It might have been a butt dial, to be honest. That's the kind of the vibe I was getting from him initially when I connected with him. Was like he wasn't really wanting to talk about it because he probably figures the same thing. I'm an investor, and I'm not going to pay what he's asking for. I wasn't planning on wasting his time by any means because it would have been wasting my time anyways. But yeah, I that was probably a butt dial. Good to finally catch you. Hey, Derek, what's up, Sophisticated One? Congrats on finally reaching 150 plus before Q1. Thanks. Although my goal is 250. So go tell your friends and family. Call me when you're free. Tom, I just called. What do you mean, Tom? What you mean, bro?
This is Tom.
Weird. Maybe it's popping up spam. This number could be the case. I'm gonna call my girl. Be right back. I think her phone's in the other room.
Funny, I was wondering if it was you that called me.
Yeah. Did it pop? Did it say it was spam or was it a number?
I was from Houston, but I was like, I wonder if this is Derek texting.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to test it out. Thank you.
I almost answered it too.
I watched you hang it up with the quickness.
You spying on me?
I know. I just walked down the living room because I figured your phone was out there. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye. I'll probably just end up dropping him in some type of a follow-up campaign via text. Because again, what I really need to do is build out my cash buyer. There's already one in REI Reply. If anybody either uses it or is considering, when you sign up, they give you a lot of stuff already templated inside the system. A cash buyer campaign being one of them. But I want to kind of custom tailor, campaigns for cash buyers when I'm marketing a deal. So it says one thing, and then another campaign for cash buyers, which is uh, like trying to add them to lists. So like inquiring into whether or not they're actively buying or not. So like this guy, I don't know if he's a cash buyer, but all my guesses would probably point to him being a cash buyer. All right, this other guy who said, yeah, maybe in the future I'm gonna delete him. I'm gonna stop following up with him. All right, I'm gonna give this woman a call. She was gearing up for knee surgery when I spoke with her last, right at the end of last year. She said she was gearing up for knee surgery like early to mid next year, which is this year. So I'm gonna round back, see how she's doing, see if there's anything I may be able to help her out with in the meantime, and kind of just figure out her timeline in regards to her knee surgery, so that I know when to follow up with her about the property.
Hello?
Hey, Catherine.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek.
Okay.
Good, good. I don't know if you recall, we spoke probably towards the end of last year. We were speaking about your property over on Quail Street, but I know that you weren't necessarily ready to sell. I was more so just following up, wanted to check in, see how you were doing with your knee. I know you were saying you were gearing up for surgery. Just wanted to check in, see how you were doing.
In a way, I wish I'd never done it.
The surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did it not go well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hurts every day.
Yeah, I bet. Jeez. So, how recent was it?
May.
Oh, okay.
Because I've fallen and broken my shoulder. And then I had that. Now I'm walking on the bones in the bottom of my foot. I got all kind of issues going right now.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear.
Steadily, doctor.
Yeah. You getting the proper treatment though, the proper attention that you need in terms of medical care?
I got my referrals for my rheumatologist
Mm-hmm.
and pain management and something else.
Yeah.
Plus my other doctors, and I got my orthopedic. I got the doctors. It's just everything just keeps piling up.
Yeah. Jeez. I'm sorry to hear that.
And when arthritis starts, it's everywhere.
Yeah, doesn't stop. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, it's in my sciatic nerve in my back now.
Right.
Pain.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning you had I believe you had gotten hip surgery before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I bet all that's kind of tied in. Well, so
I'm about ready to get me a little scooter and ride.
Yeah, might as well, right? How would make everything a lot easier in terms of getting around.
Yeah, but I don't want to give up walking as long as I can walk.
Right.
It hurts real bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you don't want to, exactly, give it up and then never be able to walk again, you know?
No, because it causes more problems with circulation and stuff.
Yeah. It's like physical therapy in itself, just walking, huh?
I have to do that a lot. It's to where now it hurts to move.
Yeah.
My sciatic nerve, that's what I was just telling them. I don't think I can wait until the 15th.
That's when the surgery is, or your appointment?
No, that's when I have my next appointment is. I might just go over to urgent care.
Yeah. Goodness.
It hurts. You know what I slept last night? None.
Yeah.
I haven't slept today either.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's affecting that, and I'm tired, but not sleepy because every time I move, there's a pain.
Yeah, it's keeping you up. Yeah, I bet. So remind me, because I remember you saying you had problems with the other knee, and that you were kind of preparing for surgery on the other.
My left one.
Okay, and that you're still.
I ain't doing it.
Oh, okay.
I done decided, and that hip, I ain't gonna do it because if it took and it still hurts my right one.
Yeah.
I ain't messing with and all that crud, I'll be down and can't move at all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm glad that unfortunately you're in pain, but I'm glad that you have the awareness to know that you don't want to, put yourself through that. Some people will just kind of agree to whatever the doctor says, and then
Not me.
yeah, that's good. A lot of people don't necessarily have that, the ability to put their foot down and say, no, I don't want to do that. Rather just kind of trust what everybody tells them to do. So, well,
Well, I trust and believe in my primary doctor. He's never steered me wrong.
that's
So
good.
I go with whatever he tells me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, I did want to ask. I know I was kind of allowing you some time to heal post recovery, from the surgery. But now that you've kind of decided that you don't want to move forward, are you still interested in possibly selling the place on Quail Street?
Right now, I don't know. I got to get all this pain issues under
Yeah,
some kind of control before I can do much of anything.
yeah. I hear you.
Hell, I just turned 70, so.
Oh, okay.
And I got the old diseases are coming out.
You said the old diseases?
Yeah, old people disease.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I wouldn't feel that old if I could move without hurting.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm ready to go. It's just I can't get going.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, if and when you do decide to sell, because you live in the property, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you given any thought to where it is that you may go next?
Yeah, I'm in Arkansas.
Arkansas, you said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's out there?
I have my stepbrother lives up there.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Like I said, I don't want to take off and leave my doctors down here
Right.
so I can get halfway straight.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because especially since you're going such a distance, it's not like you can come back
Just turn
conveniently.
right back.
Yeah. It's got to be a whole
They've been
move.
dealing with me from day one, so
Yeah.
they know me.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. And do you go by Catherine? I always ask. I don't want to make sure I'm calling you something.
Kathy.
Kathy.
I hate them that name.
Okay.
Catherine.
That's funny. My mom is the same thing. Her name is Catherine. She spells her with a Y, but she goes by Kathy as well. Hates Catherine. So.
I know. I hate that. I don't know what it is about it.
That's funny. Yeah. All right, Kathy. So I'll be sure to X out.
I get called that too.
What's that?
I get called that.
Yeah, I bet.
Is your mother?
My mom, yeah.
People call her Cat.
Cat. She got cat growing up a lot based off the stories that I've heard, and just prefers Kathy. She won't tell people that she doesn't like Catherine. Probably like you won't. You didn't correct me in the beginning of the phone call, but she definitely prefers Kathy.
I don't know what it is, but it's just.
Hey, it's your name. You get to decide how it is that people want to call you.
Yeah, I've never even.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely want to stay in touch. I completely understand.
You're welcome to call anytime.
All right, perfect. And this is my direct line too. So please feel free to save it. If anything comes up, you and the stepbrother get in contact, and you think maybe it may be happening a little sooner rather than later, moving out there.
Yeah.
Feel free to give me a call. We're able to pay cash, and we can close quickly as well. So if something like that pops up and it's like, gosh, I need to sell the place in a couple of weeks, I'll be your guy. So feel free to save the number.
Okay.
You can save it under Derek Home Buyer, so and yeah, if it's all right with you, I'd like to give you a call every couple of months just to check in, see how you're doing, medically, to make sure your health's in order. And when the time comes for you to sell the place, we can get talking about the property then. But I'd love to just stay in contact with you and see how you're doing.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, perfect. Well, I hope that you get the pain under control. I'll keep you in my prayers, and I will talk to you soon. All right, Kathy?
All right, thank you.
All right, bye now. Ado. See, what are those? Some kind of shoes you got? Those some 12s, some Yeezys. I can't tell. The icon's so small. Looks like it's maybe some 12s. Let me save this woman's number. I'm gonna change her name in my system too, so I just don't accidentally call her Catherine. Again, I didn't make that up. My mom's name's Catherine. I feel the need to have to put it out there every time I'm building rapport with these sellers. For some reason, I feel like people may, and it's never happened. Nobody's ever commented on it, but I just feel like I honestly feel like it's so divine, like so oddly coincidental that that's the case with this woman. Just like the other woman who was very religious, and I was telling her about my grandmother who was a pastor. Just like I'm making these connections with people, building rapport the best way I can, and kind of picking out the moments of the conversation that I can attach to. And I feel like somebody may watch that and be like, "Oh yeah, right. His mom's name's Catherine, and she prefers Kathy too." But that's a fact. That's the truth. My mom's name is Catherine. She prefers Kathy, and it does not like it when people call her Catherine. So, perfect opportunity for me to build rapport with her, and I think that worked out well. Again, this is one where I'm back with her. Everything that I told her right there was the honest truth. I'm not going to tell you guys anything different. It's not an opportunity for me right now, but it will be eventually. So, just want to stay top of mind with her and have her save my number. And yeah. Hey, Derek, I'm doing my first wholesale deal and I'm doing it virtually and I'm using Jerry Norton's contract. Nice. When choosing a wholesale friendly title company, do I choose one in the state the property is in or can I use one in the state I'm located in? The state that the property is in, ADO, where the property is, Specifically, where the property is. It's going to make it a whole lot easier too because I'm imagining that the seller may be in that state close to where the title company is. So on the day of closing, uh, it's not necessary, but predominantly what will happen is the buyer and the seller will go in to the title company in person and sign the closing documents before payments get dispersed. I've done one where we sent out a mobile notary to the seller, so that is possible, especially with like out of state absentee owners, right? They're not going to fly into town just to sign off on some closing documents. But just know that that's probably what will happen too. So, yeah, but where the property is, the state where the property is. Good question though. I remember when I went through that as well. Talk to her, Derek. Talk to her. Yeah, I think that was a good one. Leave some notes here for myself. So okay. The big takeaway from that is that she has decided not to move forward with surgery to her left knee and hip. She is in a lot of pain right now from what sounds like previous surgeries. She sees a lot of doctors slash specialists and is trying to manage her pain the best way possible. She loses sleep at night and yeah. She is 70 years old and made the joke that she's getting the old people, what did she say? Illnesses, I'll say. When she sells, she plans to move to Arkansas, where her stepbrother lives. She does not want to do this until her pain is under control because she has been seeing her doctors in Houston since the beginning of all of her surgeries. That's it. First, Kathy gave Derek permission to check in on her every once in a while. I will set my follow-up 3 months out. I'm going to change her name in the system from Catherine to Kathy. Save that. Check in. How's her pain management? Has she been getting some better sleep? Is she still mobile? I'm gonna like ask her these things straight up, but follow up with her the 1st of June. What was I just gonna do too? Damn it. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys about the pain management. After I close this wholesale, which is my first one ever, I want to quit my job. Do it. Started last month, and now they took me off the schedule for 2 weeks. Man, that's why. Man, that's why I need. That's why I need to be my own boss. And I'm sure you feel it now more than ever. They're essentially pimping you out, man. Or woman. I don't know if you're male or female. They're ado, but they're pretty much saying, "Hey, you work when we tell you to work. When we don't have anything for you, you can do whatever else you want. But when we want you to work, we're gonna call you, and you better be here, or else you're gonna get fired." It's like, what? And now you're pretty much on your knees begging for shifts and begging for hours and begging for money. And that's not a knock on you. This is a revelation that I had recently myself. I DoorDash to bring in money until this really gets some traction here, and I'm able to do this full time. And I was thinking like, oh, when I first started it, it was like, yeah, I'm an independent contractor. I make my own schedule. I dictate when it is that I want to work. But I could be out there, and I'm still at their mercy. Like, I only get paid when they give me orders. I only get paid when somebody orders food and I have to go get it. I'm essentially, again, being pimped out. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm a guy. Also, after I close this deal, I plan on doing this full time. Nice. Hey, ADO or ADO, do me a favor. I don't really ever specifically request for somebody to do this, but please do join the Discord group. I'm trying to connect with people just like you, because that's exactly what I want to do too. And I want to hold each other accountable. The Discord group is in the description. There's a link in the description. We have probably about 20 people in there now. And I'm just trying to get as many people in there with this type of mindset. Like I'm gonna do this deal, and I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm gonna go full time. And that way, again, we can hold each other accountable, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do too. And I watched the Joe Rogan podcast with, I forget his name, Mr. Beast. He's a YouTuber. I love this chat. Go ahead, Ado. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Ado. Sophisticated one too. I don't know if you're in the Discord group, but you need to get in there. Congrats to you too, Derek. Thanks. Thank you. But yeah. Oh, I was watching that, and the Mr. Beast was like, yeah, I'm gonna join it. Yes, sir. All right, cool. I'm gonna see you in there. Mr. Beast was like, I turned like 12 or 13 or whatever, however old I was, or 15 or 18, whenever he dropped out of community college. So he was probably 18 or something like that. And he was like, I got up with 2 other people. You said it right, Derek. Ado or Ado? Do me a favor and spell it phonetically here. I want to make sure that I'm saying that right. Ado or Ado. But he was like, yeah, I woke up every day, and we pretty much got on a Zoom call. It was me, and he's a YouTuber. He said me and 2 other YouTubers, and all we did 50 Ado. I'm gonna give you options. I wouldn't know how to spell it phonetically either. I'm tripping. It's a soft A though, huh? Not A. Auto. Downloaded the app. I just didn't sign in yet. I hear Discord all the time, but never used it before. I'm gonna be in that Discord. Yeah, get in there. It's free. You just gotta download it and hop in. Yeah, Discord is definitely heavily utilized. And but anyways, back to the story. The guy, he was like, yeah, I woke up in the morning, 15 hours every day. Me and 2 other YouTubers, we would get on there and we would just nitpick the littlest of things in order to increase our exposure, or be better at what it is that we're doing. And I just took so much from that. He was essentially talking about a mastermind group. You hear all the pros and the gurus talk about joining masterminds and how it helps propel them forward significantly, and you learn from other people's mistakes. So that's really the goal here in the Discord group. And I want to get, again, people like you Very soft like after you take a sip of a drink and you say ado, ado. That's a good that's a good explanation there. So that's what I'm trying to do with the Discord. I'm trying to get in there and be like cold call role play. Where is everybody getting their skip tracing data? Whose skip tracing data is best? That's the type of stuff they were talking about on YouTube. He would say we were determining, the brightness of our thumbnail, which performed better, like stuff like that. Which color scheme on the thumbnail performed better? Not to say that like all that stuff really applies to real estate, but just the concept of being in a mastermind definitely applies because there's just so many moving parts in the industry of wholesaling that I think we could all benefit from sharing what it is that we do on a daily basis, and not just like, oh, I cold call, I text. It's like, what platforms do you use? What are your calling filters? What are your, how do you tag your properties? How are you following up with the people? How frequently are you following up with people? When you follow up, what's your opening line? Like that type of stuff. I really do want to start connecting with people on that type of a level, so that we can learn from each other and really, like I said, propel each other forward without having to fail, learn ourselves, implement whatever it is that we learn, fail again, figure out what it is that we learned, implement ourselves, rather essentially be able to fail 10 times as fast by sharing our failures with 10 other people, learning from everybody's mistakes all at once. And now we're 10 steps ahead without having to fail the way that that person failed or that person failed. We can just kind of digest everybody's failures all at once and make sure that we don't fail that same way. LOL. I gotta go, Derek. See you. I'll hop back on when I get done. If you're still on, I'm getting ready to take off myself. I think I'm gonna end on that call. Pretty good one. Nothing's gonna turn into a contract in the next couple of days here, but definitely one that I'm gonna keep in contact with her, and one of those where I feel comfortable and confident that whenever she does sell her house, as long as I'm actively following up and staying in front of her, that she will sell to me. So appreciate you guys for hopping in here. Ado, appreciate you hopping in here as well. I think this is the first time I've seen you in here. So do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you in the Discord, connecting with you. Feel free to drop any questions, comments, concerns you have either here, comments on one of the YouTube videos, or bring it to the Discord. I would prefer you bring it to the Discord. That way I can kind of help point you in the right direction best that I know how when I'm not live streaming. So I joined the Discord server. I think I just saw you there, Ado. I did. Yo, what's going on? All right, perfect. See, and I wanted to show people that that's the best way. Again, I have my Discord notifications turned on my phone, so that's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. I intentionally do not have my Instagram notifications turned on because I don't want to be opening it up all day every day. But I will open up my Discord all day every day. So that's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. Appreciate you guys for hopping in here. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow on the next one.